Hello everybody, Man Mountain Link here. Another stirring tale of woe from the bowels of eBay. This particular story takes place in England. This guy, he ordered one of my copper skulls and he says he wasn't too happy about it. I'll tell you what he did. He used the eBay money back guarantee to get free stuff. That's exactly what he did. Alright, well, I was riding down Highway 45, going to Selma, and my phone dings. I get a message. It's from this Peter dude in England, and he is just thoroughly pissed off that his copper skull was not absolutely identical to the one in the picture. And he used, well, here, let me just go ahead and read it for you. You be the judge. This one's still kind of fresh, so it hurts a bit. So if you hear that in my voice, that aggravation, that frustration, that's what all that is. Terrible. This ended up costing me $70, and it's not the one pictured. The one I received weighs 9.5 ounces, and it does not have any of the wonderful little stamps on the back as pictured here. Not one stamp. Terrible. I'm so disappointed. Well, that's not quite right either. The first communication I got wasn't a message, it was a return request, right? So when you get a return request from England and the item only sold for $18, you know immediately that you're going to refund the money, the person's going to keep the item, and you've just lost out. So, yeah, it's not the greatest feeling in the world. Thus, my response. The eBay presented item I received was very different from the one I received. What? That's what it says, right? The eBay presented item I received was very different from the one I received. The one I got was 1 ounce heavier. Oh my God, it was 1 ounce heavier. There was no markings or stamps as clearly shown on the seller's photos, and the skull face was very different from the presented one. Not the same at all. Okay, in reverse order, let's look at his pictures and my pictures. Okay, here they are side by side. Completely different skulls, right? So then he leaves me negative feedback because, of course he does. I request that eBay remove the feedback. They say no. Unfortunately, we won't be able to remove this comment because it doesn't violate any of our eBay policies. Because we don't have a policy against lying. Whatever. So this guy gets, I'm too wound up to tell the story right. I apologize. Alright, so I reported this to eBay. Claimed the item was not as described when that wasn't true. Comments. Buyer claimed a different skull was delivered. Then changed the complaint to the stamping wasn't the same and it weighed 0.8 ounces more. It clearly states in the listing that these are handmade items and there will be small variations. But since he filed a SNAD, and of course that means significantly not as described, claim, it's automatically approved. It is. It's approved by a computer. A person never looks at it. You would think a person could look at the pictures he sent and the pictures that was in my listing and go, that's the same skull or close enough, you know? But back to the note. It's automatically approved in spite of his misrepresentations. He used the eBay money back guarantee to get a free item, and I no longer sell internationally due to your policy and the money it's cost me. And as far as returns go, it says that I should contact FedEx or UPS and arrange to send this gentleman a label over in England so I can mail back my 8 ounces of copper, right? So anybody with any common sense knows that no one's going to do that. They're going to cut their losses and just give the refund so they can use eBay to get free stuff. The only grain of truth to his entire claim was the stamping wasn't very clear on the back. Now, of course, he didn't say that. He said there wasn't any stamps. But I stamped my artwork, so I know there were stamps. And you can look at the back, and I can pick out my Tennessee stamp, and right below it I can see the sun for my Man Mountain stamps. Now, I don't stamp the weight and the word copper and all this on each and every item, because that's a lot of stamping. And you can mess it up stamping it as well as you can pouring it, right? You get your stamps all crooked and you don't want to sell it. You end up having to redo it. Well, I just rather use less stamps than, plus it's easier. But this guy's all bent out of shape, so I ended up changing the pictures on the listing. But the back didn't appear as smooth and perfect as it did in the original photo. Put up some pictures more representative of a wrinkly copper back, you know. And of course I had to refund this guy. Gave him his money back. I lost 20 something dollars, which is 18 of that was mine, the rest was shipping, and eBay lost a ton because this guy said he paid $70 for it. Another thing, who has $70 to waste on 8 ounces of copper? I mean, seriously, it's over $10 an ounce. Either he intended from the get-go to screw me out of my money, or he has more money than he has sense to start with. Either way, it's no longer my concern. Glad you stuck with me to the end. We'll see you on the next episode. Man Mountain Link, over and out. Well, hey, y'all. This is like a representation of what I sent that guy in England. I had these skulls with the Union Jack on them. So I went ahead and made them a box. The listing only comes with a presentation bag. But since he was in England and all, I went ahead and put together a presentation box, extra stickers, a really nice bag, nice copper, bonus Bismuth skull with the little bonus bag. I don't know if I gave him 2 pieces or just one, but I definitely gave him at least one extra skull, an extra box, a nicer bag, got the COA and the stickers, and he was still not happy.